Hey guys, we're at my next stop. It was probably just 5 minutes away from the last one, so I try to keep the route pretty tight. This is a corner lot as well. It's pretty straightforward, low maintenance. Let's check it out. All right, guys. So we got a corner lot, a mixture of grasses. Like I said, not real complicated. This is a pretty good size, probably 15,000 square feet, something like that. But you can see I'll be taking off a little bit, even though it's winter time, with the monthly spread on visits. You can see the shrubs are in pretty decent shape, so maybe just a little bit of touch up to kind of even things off. But overall, pretty straightforward. Let's go ahead and get started. Got this one taken care of. I don't know if you guys have ever heard the expression, "You can't polish a turd." Um, I do have quite a few yards that just they'll only look so good. The main thing is just try to make it look the best that you can. I provide lawn and shrub maintenance. Um, you know, Maintaining what's already there. Just keeping the growth under control. Um, Keeping it looking as clean as possible. I do some clean out type work, mainly during the winter time. But I try to limit that as much as possible anymore. In the beginning, I would do pretty much anything, um, but I try to just limit it to smaller type clean out jobs, whether it be taking out shrubs, maybe planting some new shrubs, something of that nature. Um, but my point, I guess, is just try to make it look the best that you can. You know, I'm always doing something to the shrubs. A lot of times you get a little bit of growth in some sections of the shrub. Well, I'll take it off with a string trimmer. If it's just little pieces sticking up, there's no reason to go back to the truck and get the hedge trimmer. For something like that. If I'm taking off a good amount of meat on the shrub, I will use the hedge trimmer because it's quicker, it's more efficient, it squares out the shrub a lot better. Um, But on this one I just finished, you know, there was a couple vines hanging on the house. I pulled those down, and just did a little bit of trimming on some of the shrubs. Got all the edging done. Everything is clean. And I cut this one to 2.5 inches. That's typically as low as I go. This one's pretty flat, but I really don't go any lower than 2.5. I don't think it's healthy for the lawn unless it's a golf green, you know, or something of that nature. Or you're cutting it real frequently. If you're cutting it twice a week during the growing season, yeah, you can get away with lower than that. But another reason why I don't go that low is because of the stress on the mower. You know, stress on the spindles, stress on the engine. You know, all those things add up and they factor in. So I try to use common sense. Plus also there's gotchas. You know, there's a lot, you know, until you're familiar with the yard, you know, I mean, you got to watch out for tree stumps and things that are in the ground. You know, because that can do some serious damage to the spindles and the undercarriage and so forth. But all right, well, we are on to the next one. This one actually, Renee actually pays via Venmo. Venmo is a service that a lot of you are probably familiar with. There's no fees related to it. You just link your bank account, and I text those customers the night before I come out on a payday, and a lot of times they'll Venmo me immediately the night before, or you know, they'll Venmo me the day of the service, which is fine with me as long as my customers communicate with me. Sometimes I got to shoot them a reminder, but I always make a note. to send them a reminder, just so we stay on the up and up.